We won't fall here. I swear.
That was easy. I'm gone. A trivial task. We do it my way.
To battle, my friends! Did you see that?
I am your end.
Do not waver!
I won't let you hurt my friends. Killing is what I was made for.
No glory
Your performance
without
is
risk!
lacking. You are lacking. I will protect you with my life.
I do what I must.
Surrender, or
I'll
else!
defend my dream. This wound, my gift to you.
The mock fight?
I'm gone.
Ah, it's you again. Sorry, I'm busy right now. I don't have time to chat. Look, Master Mustafa, and put aside your dusty old books. We have visitors. Commander, you're here. Praise Desna. Stop this demon. Don't worry about us. Can't let him take the books. I won't let you die. Well, I'm not gonna let you escape, you boorish lout. How many times have you switched sides? Why do you keep a running list of your betrayals?
This will be quick. Now, Orma.
You've crossed the wrong line.
Oh, Commander, you're just in time. You're happy to hear that Alidra is alive and well. She has been rescued from the Echo of Discari's clutches. Now that is good news. If only she had been here. What was the research? Why do you want to steal it? He wanted to open his own world when he dreams becoming greater than Aurelu. He seeks to surpass her accomplishments. What will happen now? It's protected by secrecy of its location. Now that demons know where it is, we won't last. We have no choice. We must leave. Our mission is finished. I'll take the survivors somewhere safe, and maybe we'll witness revival of these lands in this temple. The temple is not a place. It's not a building. It is a community. As long as the servants of Purlora are alive, as long as you keep faith, the shrine will survive. Perhaps this is true for you. I do not know the doctrines of the goddess you worship, but to us, this land is sacred. It is all that remains of Socorus. We have guarded this sanctuary for 100 years, and now we are being forced to abandon it. We must leave it desecrated by demons. We are alive, that's true, but we have lost our home. I'm sorry, I have to go. Farewell. The Lord's children will remember you.
I'm gone. That was easy.
Hello, darling. Tired of serving the Crusades? Care for some sweet illusions? Let Lowry go immediately. Really, Crusader? Did you come to save me or so heroic? Trying to convince me you're Lowry? Seriously? Like, you don't know? Are you seriously? That's a joke, right? He's a complete psycho, Hiller. Don't blame him for deceiving me. He doesn't realize he's gone mad. 3 years ago, I've had it enough with the Pathfinder life. Not like-minded people enjoy the labyrinth of the mind, a group of Baphomet cultists who Hiller wants out to get. You're trying, right? Yep. I left a nice note and asked him not to look for me, then I escaped, but he chased me. Got it into his head that the Spinner of Nightmares is an evil sorcerer that stole his daughter. I didn't want to kill him, so I erased his memory and I hoped he'd finally get lost, but he always came back. He almost shot my head off with a single blow. I was frightened, started fighting with all my strength, and I thought finally I managed to break him. I doubt he could heal from the wound. Why'd you turn into a monster? Mom and I became the light of his life, but I never wanted the light of anyone's life. I have my own path. You need to talk to him. Talk to him. Do you think that's possible? I'm afraid he'll kill me as soon as he sees me or starts sobbing. But alright. Fine by me. You and your daughter need to have a conversation. Dad, I want this feud to be over. You found Lori, by God, you brought her back to me. But you're not Lori, you're the Spinner. Lori, how? How could you? What have you become? You saw what I did. I followed your trail and saw all the bodies. All those madmen. You created why? Don't you drag Mom into this. She wanted me to be happy. But you turned her into an idol and wanted me to sacrifice my life to her. Lowry, stop. I've read your diary. You're guiltier and you know it. I'm sorry. Come back. It's too late and I've chosen. I can't take it back. Don't look for me. Think that I'm with Mom. One day we'll all be together. Thank you for this meeting, Archara. I'll leave you now as promised. I'll never return to Gloria. I beg you. Lori's the Spinner of Nightmares. Remember I found her? What are you talking about? Okay, man crazy, got it. An ambassador from a certain nation demands to see a nation that we consider to be high, at least when they came, until they came up with an outrageous proposition. My name is Narakor, my lord, steward of Isgar. I bid myself at your disposal. Isgar regards Mendev as a trusted ally. Our nation will not leave you in your hour of need. The wars brought chaos, blah blah. Is ready to assume control of New Arsen and the larger Mendev cities to restore order in Central Story. But to avoid diplomatic understanding, we ask that you accept our help and allow us to cross the border. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with issues without external help. I must ask you to send your own forces to the capital. Don't put the nation in the hands of foreigners. Saving Mendev would benefit all of Avestan, so why does it have to be only one country that helps us? We'll ask all our neighbors to send us their trusted servants who will resolve the crisis. The idea of calling outsiders, whatever coat of arms, it's all the same to me. They can take care of the people, let them come and help. Darian, handle it. Commander, I bring wonderful news. We are getting reports from all over Mendev. that the crisis has been resolved, and obey the answers to your summons to restore the kingdom. You promise to grant them new lands. Saying this ceremony will carry great weight. You could influence in something monumental. You could organize total military mobilization. You need to remind Mendev that the gods care for us. Ideas and tasks. That's a good ass spell. It will be done. You'll be dealing with Mendev's misfortunes long enough. It is time to we reminded ourselves that it is the nation that it's the nation that must support you. When we first met, I allowed my eyes to deceive me. I failed to discern within you an outstanding politician. You knew nothing of diplomacy. You were unaware of the powers and structures in Eurasian and beyond. But you were driven by your uncanny intuition, and with it you've saved Mendev and strengthened our ties to our allies. You have my respect. I wasn't a diplomat before this war. I haven't become one now, but I'm beginning to understand politicians and their actions. I'm convinced that the key is to never stake your conscience. I don't really care what Darren has to say. I can't imagine becoming a proper diplomat. I don't care what any of you have to say. It's been an honor and a pleasure to advise you, Commander. However, I don't think you will need my counsel from here on out. Mendev stands strong and our allies are loyal and reliable. The Diplomatic Council has served its purpose. You don't need it any longer. Oh, goddamn. An eccentric crusader knight secretly hatched a rift drake from an egg and is trained it. Train the vicious creatures. Drakes are to kill several servants, but is beginning to obey some commands. You all know why you're gathered here today. Today, the Order's emissaries will hear the results of my investigations into the individual known as the commander of the Fifth Crusade. I hear what you have to say. I'll state the facts as they are known. You reserve the right to speak in your own defense. I'll start with the main reason for today's assembly. But now it is clear this. The source of the commander's supernatural powers had been hidden from us until recently, but now it is clear. The emergence of these abilities was caused by a rarely warlord, a criminal, and an enemy that is unequivocally and unconditionally must be destroyed. Whether the commander is an associate or an involuntary tool is yet to be determined. I am neither nor cooperate with nor I neither cooperate. I'll do this one. She has no means of controlling me, any scholar of magic can attest to. Your openness, your appeal to expert opinion, and your rational approach to you credit, Commander, they will be taken into account. Let us continue. Aside from the source of power, there is also the matter of its application. The commander has partially managed to overcome the destructive nature of her inherited powers. Unfortunately, she went to an extreme and displayed excessive virtue. This excess is a flaw. Whatever my power is, I only use it to oppose the worldwood and benefit the crusade. We must also scrutinize the commander's temperament. The question of interest to us was whether or not we could rely on such an ally. The result of the test was exceptional. The commander is capable of seeing through demonic deception and can successfully resist their tricks if she wishes to. Enough. We have seen and heard enough. The verdict is clear. What we have heard is sufficient to prove that the accusation against the commander is substantiated. We have no reason to suspect our ally of treason or associating with the Rayleigh Warlash. From now, the orders are prepared to provide all possible assistance to the crusade. I disagree and officially dispute this decision. Do you intend to maintain your cooperation with the individual, even after everything went unbelievable? It's absolutely correct. Nobody has better knowledge or more in-depth experience than him. Derenge, that's enough. We're not going to owe you like Antaricus old men. This decision is final, and you know you have no means to dispute it. That is correct, I do not, but I have a different way of correcting your childish mistake. I hereby challenge you to a duel, Commander. This is irresponsible of you, Derenge, but lawful. I cannot interfere. As you wish. Damn, it was real, but you act up, so you gotta go.
This will
Close
be
ranks.
quick.
Enough of this farce and this petty squabbling. The verdict has been passed and is not subject to appeal. Indeed, we are confident we can completely trust you, Commander. From this moment, not only will the Hell Knights continue to fight the world and his allies, we shall also put our elite squads under your command. We will assist you. We apologize for the actions of Reichel Dermans. He overstepped his bounds and made a number of other questionable decisions that make us doubt his competence. He since was removed from his command of his chapter and stripped of his Protector rank, pending further orders from the Godclaw headquarters. Farewell, I have other business to attend to. Until we meet again.
I believe I owe you an explanation, Knight Commander.
Sure.
First, I'd like to paint you a picture of the situation I found myself in shortly before we met. I was one of the first to receive the information about an individual, supposedly chosen by the gods, who appeared in Canobris. This message was followed by the news that the Queen of Mendev had appointed this person as the commander of the new crusade. The orders reacted in every conceivable way. I imagine that you and anything even remotely related to you was being discussed in every corner of every Hell Knight citadel. I did not have to be present to imagine the words spoken and the suggestions offered, nor the chaos. The orders often cannot agree, even among themselves. Anticipating the upcoming arguments, I submitted a petition and volunteered to attach myself to the new commander in order to assess her leadership and discover the true nature of her powers. But a good strategist looks far into the future. The role I gave myself was just the beginning. I watched and prepared contingency plans for every potential turn of events. Such as if you turned out to be a menace that must be destroyed, or if you turned out to be a valuable asset and our best hope of triumphing over the abyssal host. An ally who must be supported, no matter the cost. I have been a Hell Knight for most of my life. I know the orders like the back of my hand. All our might, determination, and glory, as well as our weaknesses. Unfortunately, it was clear that not all of us would appreciate the tremendous potential of such an important piece showing up on the board. I could write dozens of reports, give you the most stellar of testimonies, and that still wouldn't be enough to convince the skeptics. Only a military tribunal would be able to resolve the issues between the Crusade commander and the Hell Knights. As formal a hearing as possible, to assure the orders they had considered the case and had the chance to pronounce a verdict. The occasion also called for a sacrifice, a symbolic victim who would reinforce the impression of a successful trial and a unanimous decision. Nothing bolsters the reputation of the accused like the public humiliation of their accuser. I was the obvious choice for the role. So I organized this tribunal and did my best to ensure that the Paralictors arrived at the only correct decision, given the circumstances. Of course, this meant that my reputation would be destroyed, and I would be stripped of my rank. But that's inconsequential. Such losses are acceptable. I make no great fuss about the bleaching, but I do realize the full scope of its effects. The Fifth Crusade is quite possibly my last campaign. The pressures of time push people to extreme measures, and I am no exception. My aim was more than simply to prevent the Hell Knights from rallying against you. I wanted to strengthen your alliance, to give you a powerful army, a strong asset in the confrontation with the abyssal host. My gambit was successful. I am satisfied.
Sure, okay, I appreciate
Your
it.
gratitude is unnecessary. I did what had to be done. Now that we are entirely clear, let us return to the main objective. I still hope to see the matter of the world wound resolved once and for all.
We do it my way.